Hello, welcome back. I have a pair with me today. Tonight. I already made a video today, but I felt inspired again to come on. I've just been feeling so much inspiration during these days raw vegan, and I still do have a bit of a cough. It's getting lighter and lighter. My voice is like really deep right now from like coughing a bit. It comes on in waves. It's like in the evening, in the morning. I wonder why that is. Maybe there's a lot of like ridding of mucus during those times, specifically within the human body. I will have to look into that. If you're knowledgeable about that, let me know. Okay, I have like 4 things to share. Okay, 1, pears are kind of underrated. When they're really ripe, they're so delicious and just subtle. Like it's almost like they don't bother anybody. You know what I mean? It's not even like a hard crunch of an apple. They're just so soft, so it's easy to eat. It's like baby food, right? And it's just a pleasant aroma. Oh my goodness. I'm just a pause. Okay, I grabbed myself an herbal tea. But I dare say I don't know that I've ever heard someone say that pears are their absolute favorite fruit. It's normally like mangoes or papayas or durian or something like exotic, like tropical, super, super juicy and sweet and all that. And like super powerful flavor or like bright flavor. I don't know. But if your favorite fruit is pear, you happen to come across this video, let me know. Let me know down below. I would love to know if there's someone out there who's just like, I just can't resist a juicy pear, because when these things are ripe, they are so good and sweet. I may not choose it over a mango, but like some days maybe when it's like I just want something subtle. It's like you almost become like a wine connoisseur with fruit where you're just like, right now I'm really feeling this aroma is like cinnamony. Sometimes too, that's crazy. Like certain, I almost said brands, certain types of pears, they do have like a cinnamony or like a fall kind of flavor. It's interesting. Anyways, okay, so that's number 1. And then the second thing I wanted to talk about was like um relationships. So a big thing with people like who are starting to eat different, I'll just say different, okay? But really big with raw vegan, because there's such a consciousness component to it, I want to say, where it's like it's very outside of like the the normal for many cultures, not all cultures, but here in the United States, that's definitely a big one. Where it's different. Obviously, people are becoming more aware of certain things like this, but you don't really run into a lot of raw vegans, at least where I live right now. Certain areas, I'm sure, like if you're in like LA or California, I'm sure it's like, oh yeah, like raw vegan is really cool. That's not everywhere in the United States though, still. So and many other countries which would be more heavily into me, I think, you know, you know, it just depends where you are, maybe Germany or something like that, but then also there's an awareness there as well. So, I don't know. It just depends where you are in your life, where people are around you. And even if people are aware of it, that doesn't mean that they necessarily are embracing it yet. You can be aware of something but have a lot of resistance towards it. So, I just want to say if you're somebody who like that's something that has really plagued you when you've I don't want to say plagued, but like, it's been a challenging point when you've tried to be raw vegan in the past, or even just thinking about raw vegan kind of makes you shake in your boots because you're like, ooh, I don't want to like be walking around eggshells around people. I don't want to be like making people feel weird, or I don't want to feel weird about people feeling weird. It's just gonna be a weird party. Okay. Luna, my dog likes to go after my cat. Luna, come here. Okay. But, what I would say with that is we have to let everyone go on their own journey, including us. The more that we embrace allowing others to be on their own journey and not trying to interfere with their process, this is just my wisdom. Okay. This is not what anybody would tell you. This is what many people might tell you in one way or another. But some people might say, no, you have to stick to your ground. And like, if you're going to be raw vegan, everyone needs to be raw vegan around you, or else you're going to fail. Maybe that's true for some people. I don't know. But for what's happened in my life where I'm at, I need to be hyper diligent about my judgment of others, because as soon as I start to judge somebody else's decisions, I'm lost. I'm not centered in my being. I'm not actually on my journey anymore. I'm trying to construct and control and manipulate their journey to look like mine. Why? I already have my journey. Why do we need another me? We don't. We don't need another you, but we do need you. So all you have to do is your journey. And if somebody, like, for example, my husband asked me to make his sandwiches. Yes, he's vegan, but it's like processed stuff and all this. But you know what? I put love into that sandwich. I put avocado, I put tomato, I put the lettuce, and I put the other stuff that he wanted, as much as he wanted. And I said, thank you, God, bless it all. He's on his journey, and I'm going to let him find what he needs. If he needs to have that experience of realizing like processed foods aren't good, okay, and maybe he never will. And I need to be okay with that. So this is the second thing I want to share, is that one of the biggest realizations actually, and that my husband and I actually had out loud with each other the other day, was like, being with somebody, if you want to be in just like a committed relationship where it's like, this is till the end, with us, I understand how people want to, be more chameleon like or fluid with, I would say fluid, with their relationships and stuff. Believe me, I started out that way. I did not want to get married, but I've found real beauty and joy in, staying committed. It has not always been easy, and I did not always think I was going to keep the commitment. But the more that I have kept the commitment, the more I see power and beauty in it, because it's like agreeing to be intimate with somebody else's, with witnessing someone else's journey. That's how I'll translate what we said the other day. You are making a commitment to be intimate with the witnessing of someone else's journey, not to try and change their journey to be like yours, but to witness someone else's journey and to love them the whole way through. So if somebody else needs to hear this because you're with a family member, or it's really challenging because you've realized so many things and you're like, whoa, this is so easy. I can just eat delicious foods and feel really good. And oh my goodness, my mom really doesn't get that. And oh my gosh, she might spiral into like real deep disease that might kill her. I'm not saying be okay with that. And I'm not saying to not infuse your beauty into things, your beautiful way, but don't sit there and just curse other people, and sit there in the judgment, because that's not going to help. It'll only take longer for them to come to their own realizations. Have trust in consciousness itself, and just clarify and get clear into your consciousness, and so close to it that you feel it breathing, that you are that life of consciousness, and that's what pulsates throughout your being, so that then when people are around you, they feel that pulsation. And believe me, those waves come with information. When somebody exudes a certain energy and they have a certain level of awareness and consciousness and things that they've implemented into their lives and that they are now, doing, and all of that information is just channeled through those waves that they send out to the collective. And so I say my thanks for those who I may not right now consciously remember, but whose energy infiltrated into my being just because they smiled at me and they were a raw vegan, or they were, into a certain level of connection with their soul and spirit. And now I get to experience that wave without even remembering their face or name or anything like that. Maybe it was just someone at a grocery store. But you have to understand, it makes such a difference. And also detach from the idea of, these are my parents and these are my family. Yes. And you may impact so many other people that maybe your mom or dad never get it, but maybe this person's mom or dad does. And that's huge. So I just want to say thank you. And, you're doing a great job. Okay. So that's that. And then the third thing, and this is kind of long, I don't know, is the beauty. Oh my goodness. You have such a different understanding of what beauty is, and the energy of beauty and the energy of life, and how connected these are. The more lively something is, the more beautiful it is, the more full of beauty, because it's full of potential and options. It's not stagnant and decaying. It's, we can go up from here, and that's beautiful. You know, when you see somebody just vibrant, what's beautiful about it is like the bounciness. It's like the curvature. It's the life. It's the fragrance. You know, and it's just so found in fruits, and so just how beautiful fruits are. They really turn you onto that beautiful consciousness, true beauty, what true beauty is. And you can just smell through, you can see through, you can just feel through, you can sense through anything that isn't really connecting to that. And it's not a matter of like, oh, that thing is like ugly. No, I don't mean ugly versus beautiful, but what I mean is you can see just how much something has been able to embrace its own beauty, and intrinsic beauty. And then I don't know what the other thing was. I think that's good for now, though. And I just want to say thank you so much for being here and for honoring yourself throughout this time that is now, that is your now. And so you're doing great, and you're doing lovely, and you're doing it, and you're feeling good, and that's what it's about, you know. And really just focusing on your pillar of strength within you. You just have to pull your energy in, you know, really focus on that revitalizing and vitalizing your own being, honoring life through this lifestyle. Man, I could just talk forever about this because it's just so so beautiful. And yes, I do enjoy herbal teas. My goodness, I love herbal teas. So yeah, so that might make me not strictly raw. I don't care. But I'm sorry. I just laugh because I've been through this before. I've been through the judgment of myself, of what's 100%, and I talked about this in the last video I made, but it's 100% you. That's what raw is to me, right? We go towards 100% raw us, the raw, true, authentic us. That's what raw means to me. And I'm not, and you can't just like say that. And I mean, yes, I know like raw vegan is a certain thing, and I do honor that, and there is a vitality in that, and there is a truth in that, you know, and a wisdom in that. I mean, however, what I'm just saying is like, if I'm going to have an herbal tea, if I'm going to have a little nutritional yeast, if I'm going to have a little cacao, I'm going to do it up because this is also, it's about life. And I just want to keep, I keep coming back to that in these videos and in just my thinking about it and where I've come to with this all. It's like, it's really your life. And if in my consciousness, if I'm going to be moving, if those things are really so bad, I'll eventually find out. I will. Those things are killing me, and it's the nutritional yeast that killed me. I'll find out. And I mean that. Like, if it really isn't good for me, I'll eventually that won't be a part of my diet. But the thing is, I don't feel addicted to these things because I'm choosing not to. You know, I'm opting out of addiction consciousness, right? Opting out of, and I'll just say this like regularly, really, opting out of wanting to be addicted to anything. Ugh, so much I want to talk about, and I will get to eventually. Much love. Peace out. See ya.